Hello, good evening to all of you. I was supposed to be live at 7 p.m., but unfortunately, due to some technical error, I could not be live on 7. But I'm live now, and today we will cover the third topic, which is on the preamble of the Constitution of India. And I will explain you everything. I will give you the interpretations, make you learn how to interpret, how to understand the preamble of the Constitution of India. Not only the Constitution of India, I will also help you understand that if you have to refer to preamble of any act or any book, then how can you understand that what is the preamble and how does it help you to understand that particular book or that particular subject. So we start with this preamble, and see, I would want each of you to remember this preamble. This is very crucial because many a times when you go for the examinations, also for the UPSC examinations, when you appear for the oral examinations, that is the third stage after qualifying your mains examinations, they ask you, many a times they ask you to explain the preamble or to tell them what is the preamble of the Constitution of India. So there you will have to explain. See, you can explain the preamble when you know it and when you mug up it. So I want each of you to mug up the preamble. This is the only thing that you have to mug up. Rest I will explain you that what kind of questions and how to understand the preamble and what kind of questions can be expected from it. So this is the Constitution of India and this is preamble. I have written here, I have kept here for you to have a look on it. We the people of India starts with we the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, and liberty of thought, expressions, faith, belief, and worships, and equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring dignity of the individuals and the unity and integrity of the nations. In our Constitution's Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. So this is the preface, actually. This is the preamble of the Constitution that you will get at the front page. And many questions can be expected from this preamble. And many times it has been asked, actually. They have asked, the UPSC and the state PCS examinations, they have asked. And this simple one-page preamble can have more than 100 questions. You can expect 100 questions from this one-page preamble. Let's move forward. I will explain you the wordings of the preamble in the next slide or the subsequent slides. Coming to this one, I have written here the introductory statement. Why have I written here introductory statement? The simple thing that I want you to concentrate on. Let's say when you go for an interview, take it the UPSC interview. When you go for the interview, what do they ask? They don't know anything about you. They don't have any of your education qualifications or the family background. So what do? They want to understand, or they want to have the basic knowledge about you. So what do they ask? They ask you to introduce yourself so that they can have the basic understanding as to what are your qualifications, what are your family background, and what are your hobbies. And once you explain them your qualifications and your family background and about your hobbies, they start putting questions from that area only. So this is what you can observe. So the preamble is the introductory statement. Why do I say it is introductory statement? Because it gives you an insight as what is the Constitution of India and what are the objectives and the aims that the Constitution of India seek to achieve. So this is an introductory statement. Simply the way you introduce yourself, the similar way any book introduces by way of the preamble. So even though if I don't talk about the constitutions, you can refer to any book, be it any act, maybe you can talk about one IPC or CRPC. So there also you have, any book has the preamble. So once you refer to the preamble is the basics about the book that you're going to refer to, that you're going to study about. So this is the introductory statement. Moving forward, it gives you an idea as to what are the ideas that the preamble can give to you is the source of constitution. Since in the second lecture, I explained you the making of the constitutions, and there I also explained you that the different committees were constituted to study the constitution of different countries, and they suggested or give the recommendations to the drafting committee which drafted the constitution of India. So the preamble of India gives you what are the sources, an insight as to what are the sources of the constitution of India and nature of Indian states that we have adopted, and the third one is the objectives that we strive to achieve, and the fourth one is date of adoption, and the fifth one is mind of the makers. So these are the things that you'll be covering while referring to the preamble of the Constitution of India. Moving forward, the two important dates. Whenever you study preamble, you will have to refer to two important dates. One is 13th of December 1946, and the second one is, this is 22nd of January 1946. So when I say 13th of December 1946, so this was the date when the objective resolution was moved by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and the 22nd of January is the date when the preamble to the Constitution of India was adopted by the Constituent Assembly. So these are the two dates. Even you can be expected to ask, you can be asked two questions. These are the two questions that you can expect from any examinations, that when was the objective resolution moved by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So they will have multiple options, and you will have to pick, yes, 13th of December is the date when the objective resolution was moved by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. And when was it adopted? The resolution was introduced on 13th, but it was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 22nd of January 1947. So these are the two important dates that you'll have to remember. Moving forward, let's come to this one, the interpretation of the preamble. Since I told you that the 𝐮𝐸𝐸 preamble is one thing which will definitely help you to explain whenever you are being asked to explain the preamble. If you know it, you can explain them well. That's one thing. That is the one side of the preamble. The second important thing that you have to understand, the interpretation of the preamble, because at the beginning I told you that to one page, the preamble is of one page, even half of the page. You can be expected to ask or have more than 100 questions from preamble, from section of preamble only. So the interpretation of the preamble that we are going to study is, it declares India as, when you study the preamble, it declares India as sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic state. We will study about it. I will explain you everything one by one. I will explain you what is sovereign. I will explain you what is socialist, what is secular, what is democratic, and what is republic. I will explain you everything one by one. But what do you get to know by referring to these 5 words? That the state, the Indian states, all the states that we live in are of the sovereign nature, socialist nature, secular nature, democratic nature and republic nature. Then the objectives it seeks to achieve. The Constitution of India, when I say the objective it seeks to achieve, it means the Constitution of India: justice, liberty, equality to all citizens, and promote fraternity to maintain unity and integrity of the nations. I will also explain you what is justice, what is liberty, and what is the equality. Everything will be explained to you one by one. Every wordings will be explained to you. So moving forward, here we come. Now let's look into the wordings of the preamble. The preamble starts with "We the people of India." Now what do you get to understand by referring to "We the people of India"? We the people of India means vesting of ultimate sovereign authority in the people of India. That means who is sovereign in this can also one of the objective type questions, that who is sovereign according to the Constitution of India. So you will have 4 options, and then if you get to see the option that the people of India, yes, the people of India is the sovereign authority according to the preamble of the Constitution of India. You will not get to see this concept in any under any article. So you're getting this concept by referring to preamble, that who is sovereign according to Constitution of India. we the people, Indian citizens, we are the sovereign according to the preamble of the Constitution of India. Now the second one is sovereign. Now who is sovereign? You said that we are the sovereign. We are the sovereign authority according to the preamble of the Constitution of India. Now what is sovereign? Sovereign means an independent authority which is not a dominion of any other external power. That means you have the ultimate power. You cannot be dominated. Your will, your independent decision cannot be dominated or influenced by any other any other power, the foreign power. So you are sovereign. You have authority to take a call. You have the authority to make laws, enact laws, implement laws. You have all the ultimate authorities. And then the socialist. Socialist means the one which seeks to achieve the socialist ends through democratic means and methods. That means an objective that you seek to achieve, that has to be achieved through democratic means and methods. You cannot apply undemocratic methods to achieve the means or ends. Whatever the objectives are there, the objectives are set as per the Constitution of India, referring to the DPSP and the fundamental rights, especially DPSP, which is the duty of the state to achieve the objectives. So those objectives cannot be achieved by illegal means or undemocratic means. That can be achieved only by the democratic means. So this is what the socialist is. And the secular means, secular simply means that the state shall have no religion of its own. It shall treat all the religions equally. All right. And then we have the democratic. The democratic means a form of government, which is there is a very famous quote by Abraham Lincoln, that it is a form of government which is for the people, by the people, and of the people. So that is what the democratic means are. And then the republic means the head of the state shall be elected by the people in India, and in India it is the president. Now there are two questions. If you refer to this one, if you refer to the republic, you may expect two questions. What are these two questions? Let's come here. Now republic, when I say republic, you get to see that republic means the head of the state. The head of the state is elected by the people. And in India, the head of the state is president. So there can be two questions. One, if I ask you, who is the head of the state according to the Indian Constitution or the Constitution of India? You will have four options: Prime Minister, President, Council of Ministers, or the Council of States, or maybe the Supreme Court of India. So you will have to tick the President of India. The head of the state is President of India. But if they try to twist the questions, they may ask it other way around. They may ask you, who is the head of the government? So there you will have to see that the question is different now. They're not asking the head of the state, they're asking the head of the government. So who is the head of the government? Now you will take Prime Minister. Now your option, the correct option will be the Prime Minister is the head of the government and the President is the head of the state. So these are the two important concepts that you have to remember. And yes, I have seen these two questions in the PCS examinations of different states. So just remember that, do not get confused. According to republic, the head of the state is elected, and in India, the head of the state is president and the head of the government is the Prime Minister. All right, let's move forward. Now we will look into the wordings and we will interpret every word separately so that we can have a holistic view about the wordings of the constitutions, so that we can also answer the questions. We can frame the questions, we can answer the questions. If you have learned the art of framing the questions, you can answer the questions easily, right? And when can you frame the questions? When you have understood any topic well. Now the first one is, we spoke about the justice. In the preamble of the Constitution of India, we spoke about the justice. And how many kind of justice are there? Yes, this can also be one of the questions, that according to the Constitution of India, how many types of justices have been defined? So you will have three justices: social, economic, and political. These are the three justices that you will get to see in the preamble of the Constitution of India. So one question, we have got one question from here. That is, one is the social justice, second one is the economic justice, and third one is the political justice. All right, remember, don't forget it. How many types of justices have been defined as per the preamble of the Constitution of India? 3. What are they? Social, economic, and political. Now we see what are the social, political, and economic justices. The preamble does not define as to what is the definition of social justice, what is the definition of economic or the political justice. It is you who will have to refer or understand the meaning of justices by referring to the other provisions of the constitutions, especially by referring to the articles and the amendments of the constitutions, right? So we see social justice, a society without discriminations. For example, Article 15. Article 15, social justice. Now, what does Article 15 talk about? It says that the state shall not discriminate against any citizens on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth. There are 5 grounds actually. One is religion, race, caste, sex of birth. These are the 5 grounds under Article 15. So actually, what a society, you are expecting a society where no one is discriminated on the ground of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, right? These are the 5 grounds under Article 15. That means if you get that society, if you live in that society, that means you are striving to achieve the social justice. And then the economic justice. Economic justice states that there shall be no discrimination on the basis of wealth, income, and economic status. For example, Article 39. What does Article 39 talk about? Article 39 states that equality of the equal pay for equal work. That means if you are doing, a man and female, they are doing an equal work, they should be paid equally. There shouldn't be any discriminations on the basis of gender. There shouldn't be gender discrimination. You should not pay a higher amount to a male as compared to a female. No, they should be paid equally for the equal work. But remember, what I'm stating here, what I'm telling you here, the equal work, the work has to be equal. If they are working, if you are doing 2 different works, one is maybe one is working as a manager and the second one is working as an agent or maybe the supervisor. So of course the manager will get the higher salary as compared to the one who is working as a supervisor. So there has to be equal pay for the equal work. So that is what the Constitution strives to achieve by referring to economic justice. And then the political justice. What do you understand by political justice? An equal, free and fair opportunity of representations in the political space of the country. For example, Article 326 and Article 52 to 62. 326 is about the universal adult franchise. That means you have right to cast your vote to anyone. It is as per your choice. If you are at liberty to choose any of your representatives of your choice. And again, yes, you can also participate in the political space of the country, like you can contest the election of the president, the prime minister. You can. There is no restriction on it. Yes, subject to the fulfillment of the conditions that they have. The Constitution have set certain conditions, fulfilling of which you can contest the election of president or the prime minister. That we will the study in the different the class. Those are the different topics altogether. So this is what the you can refer 326 universal adult franchise and 52 to 62 is based upon. Based on the topic of the president, right? How the president is elected, what are the procedure of election of the president of India, then what are the qualifications that the president, that the person electing or contesting as a president needs to have to contest the election of the president. Those are different things, right? We will look in those articles differently. Now, we also have the equality. And how many types of equality are there? Now, this is again one of the questions. They may ask you, they may not ask you to explain the preamble, but they may ask you to explain how many types of equality are there as per the Constitution of India. Now, you will see that equality, yes, you have understood you have read the equality under Article 14 to 18. That is what the equality is. This is what I have also studied. Equality, right to equality is contained under Article 14 to 19. Okay. So, does it define that the types of equality, how many types of equality are there? No, it does not define. The article does not define types of equality. So how would you get to so the person, what will you do? You will have an intuition that, I don't know, I haven't referred, or I have never understood, or I have never read the types of equality. The Constitution does not define types of equality. But the preamble of the Constitution of India defines type of equality. What? There are 2 types of equality: equality of status and equality of opportunity. So this is one you have to remember here. the equality of status and equality of opportunity. These are the two types of equality. So again, see, though you knew it, you have read the preamble, you know the constitutions, you have read the articles also, but if you did not concentrate on the wordings of the preamble, or if you did not interpret any of the articles correctly, then yes, you will be puzzled, you will get stuck, you will suffer, actually you will struggle with the subject. So there are two types of equality: equality of status and equality of opportunity. For example, Article 16, what does it talk about? Again, Article 16 is that everyone should be given the equal opportunity to get appointed in the public spheres, in the public employment, and the they should be given the equal opportunity to work in the public domain. So this is what the Article 16 is. This is again a different article, we will talk about it separately. And now the liberty, we also have liberty here. By referring to liberty, what do you understand? Liberty means freedom to choose one's way of life, have political views and behavior in society. For example, nota. What does it say? Nota. Nota means none of the above. When you go to cast your vote in the election, let's say you don't like any of the candidates, you neither like neither like BJP nor the Congress nor the AAP, you don't like any of them. So will you have an option to choose or cast your vote? Yes, you will have an option of nota. That means none of the above. That means you did not like any of the candidates contesting the election, so you have an option of nota. Liberty. Liberty means freedom. You have freedom to cast your vote. You cannot be bound. You cannot be bound to cast your vote to one of the candidates. No, you have the liberty to cast your vote as nota. That means you did not like any of the candidates, and it is taken into consideration when your vote goes. That is again a different topic. Fraternity. Now, what does the fraternity mean? Feeling of brotherhood and an emotional attachment with the country. This is what the fraternity is. Let's move forward. Here we have some of the important, again, insights about the preamble of the Constitution of India. The question is preamble part of the Constitution of India? Now, many of you may take it lightly, or you may think that yes, we have studied that the preamble is the part of the Constitution of India. That's okay. But what if I change the answer? Is preamble part of the basic structure of the Constitution of India? We will study it in the subsequent slide. So you have to be a good listener. You have to listen carefully whether you are being asked a question: is preamble a part of the Constitution of India, or is preamble the part of the basic structure of the Constitution of India? These two questions are different and the answer will be different, right? For this to understand, for this to answer, is preamble part of the Constitution of India, you will have to refer to two cases. One is in 𝐟𝐨𝐕𝐢𝐝 𝐕𝐢𝐝 case, and the second one is the Keshwanand Bharti case, and then the latest being the Union Government versus LIC of India. But these are the three cases that you will have to refer to, or you will have to understand before answering the questions: is preamble part of the Constitution of India? Now this is the year. In 𝐟𝐨𝐕𝐢𝐝 𝐕𝐢𝐝 case, this is the year of, hold on, one minute. I'm not very user friendly with the digital board, so sometimes I struggle with it, but that's okay. It is 1960. All right. Keshwanand Bharti, what is the year of the case? It is 1973. And Union Government versus LIC of India, what is the year? 1995. All right. These are the 3 years of the cases. Because why have I written the years? Does it make any sense? Yes, it does make sense. Because many times they do not ask you the case, they ask you the year of the case. When was the Keshwanand Bharti case decided? When was the 𝐼𝐴 𝐵𝐴 case decided? Or when was the Union of India versus LIC of India, Union Government versus LIC of India case decided? So you can expect questions in any way. So you have to be thorough with the topic. If you're covering a topic, cover topic in such a way that nothing is left. You can give the challenge to the person, to others, or to the person asking questions, that you can ask any damn thing from that topic. Let them ask, but you have to be thorough with the topic before you give the challenge or throw the challenge on others. So in 𝐼𝐨𝐕𝐢𝐝 case 1960, it was held by the Honorable Supreme Court of India that the preamble is not the part of the Constitution of India. Understand? Preamble is not the part of the Constitution of India. This was held by Honorable Supreme Court of India in 𝐼𝐨𝐕𝐢𝐝 case 1960. Moving forward, this decision of Supreme Court was overruled in 𝐾𝐶𝐵 Bharati case, 𝐾𝐶𝐵 Bharati versus State of Kerala, AIR 1973. And here the Supreme Court held that preamble is the part of the Constitution of India. Alright, so the Supreme Court overruled the decision of 𝐼𝐨𝐕𝐢𝐝 case in 𝐾𝐶𝐵 Bharati case, making it clear. Now it has been clear. Today the current stand is, the current position or the current status is that the preamble is a part of the Constitution of India. Alright, now moving forward, the latest being the Union Government versus LIC of India 1995. The Supreme Court again reiterated the decision of 𝐾𝐶𝐵 Bharati case and held that yes, the preamble is an integral part. What did it add here? The Supreme Court added, the Honorable Supreme Court added integral part. Preamble is an integral part of the Constitution of India. Alright, I think this concept is clear. You will not have any doubt that whether the preamble is the part of the Constitution of India or not. Now the current position is yes, it is a part of the Constitution of India. Moving forward, we have another 3 questions. One is preamble part of the basic structure? Yes, in the previous slide I explained you, in fact I asked you if they change the question, if they twist the question. The one was, is preamble part of the Constitution of India? The second way, they may ask you, is preamble part of the basic structure of the Constitution of India? So these are 2 different questions and your answer will vary. Your answer will change according to questions. The second one is, can preamble be amended by the parliament? And the third one is, how many times preamble has been amended so far? So let's come to first one. Is preamble part of the basic structure? No. Entire preamble is not the part of the basic structure. What did I explain you in the last case? I explained you 3 cases. One was the 𝐼𝐨𝐕𝐢𝐝 case, AIR 1960. Moving on, which was overruled by the Honorable Supreme Court of India in the 𝐾𝐶𝐵 Bharati versus State of Kerala, AIR 1973. And the third one was the Government of India versus LIC. So those were the 3 cases wherein you clarified your doubt that yes, the current position is that the preamble is the part of the Constitution of India. But what does it ask here? It is asking, is preamble part of the basic structure of the Constitution of India? No, preamble is not the part of the basic structure. Preamble is a part of the Constitution, but it is not the part of the basic structures. There are certain wordings, there are certain words which has been inserted by certain amendment in the Constitution of India. Those are the basic structures of the Constitution of India. We will discuss, I will discuss about that later on. So the current position is preamble part of the basic structure of the Constitution of India? No. Preamble is a part of the Constitution of India again, but it is not the part of the basic structure of the Constitution. When you call it the basic structure, that means it cannot be amended. So do you think that the preamble cannot be amended? Parliament cannot amend the preamble? No, you cannot say that the parliament cannot amend the preamble. Parliament can amend the preamble, but subject to the basic structure of the Constitution, right? Now the second one is, can preamble be amended by the parliament? Yes, because preamble as a whole is not the part of the basic structure. Since it is not the part of the basic structure, it can be amended, but it can be amended subject to the basic structure of the Constitution of India. Now, third one is, how many times preamble has been amended so far? Very simple questions. If you can easily give the answer, yes, there has been only one instance when the preamble was amended, and that was by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. And by 42nd Constitutional Amendment 1976, 3 words were inserted to the preamble of the Constitution of India. What were those 3 words? Secular, socialist, and integrity. These were the 3 words which were inserted in the preamble. And these 3 words are the part of the basic structure. So again, you see the answer is changed now. What did I ask you? Is preamble part of the basic structure? No. If I ask you the secular, socialist and integrity part of the basic structure of the Constitution of India, yes. These words are the part of the basic structure of the Constitution of India. So the answer will vary. You have to be a very good listener. Listen carefully, listen attentively what the question is being asked. Accordingly, your answer will change. Let's move forward. Here we have, since we have covered the preamble exhaustively, by the time now you should have a fair idea as to what kind of questions can be expected from the preamble. As I stated at the beginning that you can expect more than 100 questions from the preamble of the Constitution of India, but I'm not gonna make you cover the 100 questions since I've explained you exhaustively. You can yourself frame the questions and you can yourself give the answers. If you have learned the art of framing the questions, you can easily give the answers. But for that, for practice, I have framed some of the questions. Let's look into it. The first one is, how many times have been the preamble amended till date? I just explained, just once. When? In the year 1976. By which constitutional amendment? By 42nd constitutional amendment. And what happened there? The three words were inserted to the preamble: secular, socialist and integrity. So we have four options here, but the correct option will be option A, that is once. It has been amended just once. Now the second one is, which of the following words have been used in the preamble? Yes, again, why did I ask you to read the preamble carefully? Because see, all the words look similar to what we have studied in the preamble of the Constitution of India. But anyhow, try to frame out the answer. Which of the following words have not been used? It is asking not been used in the preamble. So you have to read the question carefully. Otherwise, if you have skipped this one, it has been the what word have been used in the preamble of the Constitution of India. So answer would have changed. So read the questions carefully. Now let's look into the options: belief, freedom, unity and opportunity. Now when I was explaining you the equality, I explained you that the equality has not been defined under the article, though you can refer the provision of article 14 to 18. You can see that we have studied the notion of equality under articles, the 4 to 5 articles. But does it talk about the types of equality? No. There I explain you that it is a preamble which talks about equality of status and opportunity. So there are two types of equality: equality of status and opportunity. So here we have this one cannot be. You eliminate the answer. The opportunity had equality of status and opportunity. Now, when we spoke about the unity and integrity, I just said yes, unity and integrity is there. So this option cannot be. Eliminate this one. Now, the belief is also there. Belief, the liberty of thought, expression, faith and belief. So this is the part of the liberty. Freedom has not been defined under the preamble. Liberty is there, but the freedom has not been defined under the preamble of the Constitution of India. So the one is anyhow, even though if I don't look that which one has not been defined, because I have already eliminated the three options, the one is left, the freedom. That is the answer. So let's move forward. Yes, this one is again interesting. Consider the following statements. The preamble provides the citizens the liberty of thought, expressions, belief, faith, and worship. The statement 2 says the citizens are entitled to unhindered liberty. Now, yes, though somehow if you have read the preamble nicely and if you have understood it, you can easily give the answer, otherwise you may struggle. The option, we have four options. Option A says statement 1 is correct. Option B says statement 2 is correct. Option C says both statement 1 and 2 is correct. And option D says none of the above. What can be the answer according to you? Now, again, read the question carefully. Unhindered. It is unhindered. I think should change the color here. Unhindered liberty. Does it talk about unhindered liberty? Unhindered means unrestricted liberty. Do you have unrestricted liberty? No. Your liberty is not absolute. It is subject to certain restrictions. It is not absolute. You do not have right to abuse anyone. You cannot say that I have liberty to abuse anyone. I have liberty to kill anyone. No, you do not have. Your liberty is subject to certain reasonable restrictions. So option 2 is correct. So you eliminate this one. And the preamble provides citizens. Yes, it does talk about citizens. Again, remember, the preamble talks about citizens. It does not talk about non-citizens. So the benefit of preamble can the non-citizens cannot avail the benefit of the preamble. The preamble also provides you some benefit, though it is not the part. It is not the source by which you can enforce it in the court of law. It is not enforceable in the court of law, but it is looked into while interpreting the constitution. It is looked into because it is a prefix actually. So citizens, the liberty of thought, yes, it is there. Expression, it is there. Belief is there. Faith is there, and worship is there. So what is the correct answer? The option A is the correct answer. Only one. All right. Let's move forward. I'm not gonna give you answer for this question. This is very simple question. This is for all of you. You can give your answers in the comment box. If you think yes, you should answer. The question is very easy. I can help you to understand the question, though the question is very easy. Which words were inserted by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976? ऐसे कौन कौन से शब्द हैं जो 1976 में 42वें संविधान संशोधन के द्वारा प्रियम्बल में शामिल किए गए थे? तो आपके पास 4 ऑप्शन हैं. इन 4 ऑप्शन में से कौन से 3 वर्ड्स हैं जो 42वें संविधान संशोधन के द्वारा इंसर्ट किए गए थे प्रियम्बल में? आपको वो आंसर देना है. एंड टिल देन आई होप it was a fruitful session. You understood the preamble. If you have any doubt, you can write in the comment box. I will try to reply to your doubts as soon as possible. And thank you so much for watching. And what is the most important thing about the online session is that I love to see that the genuine students, the students actually, they promote the genuine teachers. If they get to see that yes, the teacher have quality, they do promote. You like it, see, I can see you liking. If the video is being watched, if the ratio of the view is 50%, I can see that the 25% and 30% students like the video. So thank you so much for that. Keep watching the channel. Till then, stay blessed. Bye-bye. Take care.